Gas prices through the ceiling now. The same with the eggs, the milk, and the cheese. So many new people with millions now. What an excellent time to go get it now. Opportunities are sweeter than licorice. So much money, yeah, for grass is ridiculous. You need to tighten your boots and be getting it. Last thing on your mind, need to be kicking it. Listen, it's going up. Everything, and you need to go up as well. Don't slow up and fail. Expensive as hell. That should be your hooker's time. Every hoe that I know is a body of gold. It's just that they don't take a look inside. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimpin' you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimpin', then bitch, you getting ignored.
Okay.
I'm so sick of these.
I know I be hurting some of y'all's heads when I talk numbers, man. I'm about to talk numbers, though. I know some of y'all gonna blow a head gasket in your 2-cylinder mind, but some of y'all gonna get inspired, though. That's the desired effect anyway, is to inspire some people to want more out this game and out of life, because there is so much to have and people in the game just don't want enough, man. And it's just so much to have. Listen, gas prices are in LA are damn near $8 a gallon in some places. For sure, you're gonna pay over $6 a gallon. In LA right now, you're gonna pay over $6 a gallon. Just it damn near ain't no way around it. You probably have to go far and wide to try to find a gas station under $6 a gallon. And if there are any, it's far and few in between, right? But guess what? Even with gas being $6 and $7 a gallon, tricks are still putting gas in their tank and using that gas to go to the track and do laps and laps and laps and look at hoes and potentially date hoes in spite of how much the gas is. So guess what? Tricks might complain about the gas, but guess what they're gonna do? They still gonna buy gas, they still gonna burn gas, they still gonna do all the same stuff they've been doing, no matter how much they complain about it. Why? Because that's what they want to do, and they can afford to do it. They can afford it. Why? Because it's so much money available right now. It seems like the only people in the world who don't recognize how much money is available and how much money is being made and spent is the people in the game, because it doesn't have any type of effect on the people in the game. The way it should be, everybody in the game should be like, damn, it's so many new millionaires and billionaires in the world. Gas prices is through the roof and people are still burning gas. People are still spending money no matter what the price is. Hey, we should raise our prices too. We should raise our standards too. We should demand more and expect more and command more and want more out the game too, because it's there for us to have, just like it's there for everybody else to have. This is how people in the game should be thinking, but people in the game ain't thinking like that. Because these hoes, if you ride past the track with your windows down, if you just go up and down the track with your windows down and just kind of like ear hustle in these conversations, you hear these broads talking about all these broke ass tricks. He said he only got $40. He said he only got $50. They sitting there believing all of this shit. Why? Because they have zero game. And just like they have zero game, they have zero desire for game. The money is there. The money is available. Tricks got bread. They got it. Whatever price you say, they got it. And if they don't have it right now, they're going to go get it and come back with it. If you stand on it. Listen. Like I've said before, people trying to achieve the same things in the game now that people was achieving 30 years ago. But times are just so different. You know how many billionaires it was in America 30 years ago? About 100. It was about 100 billionaires in the U.S. 30 years ago. You know how many billionaires it is in the U.S. now? Over 700. This is billionaires. Millionaires. You know how many millionaires it was in the U.S. 30 years ago? Probably about 500,000. Somewhere between 500,000 and a million. Millionaires in the U.S. You know how many millionaires it is in the U.S. now? 22 million. It's 22 million people in this country that are worth more than $1 million. You know how many new millionaires were made in the US last year, just last year alone, almost 2 million. Almost 2 million people in this country became millionaires last year. You know how many people around the world became millionaires last year? Over 5 million. You know how many billionaires there are in the whole world? Over 2,500. There are over 2,500 people in this world that's worth over $1 billion. Now, in comparison to the whole world per capita, that's not a lot, but that's a significant number. And 22 million people in the US that's millionaires, that's a significant number. Now, if you see all of these new millionaires and billionaires being created, just think about the 100,000aires and the tens of thousandaires, how their income done increased too. It's going down the whole food chain. Money is available. You just have to want it. You just got to apply some game. You should feel cheated if you're not getting it. Hey, listen, man, my pops, man, he just damn near doubled what he paid for his townhouse that he bought 4 years ago, man. He just sold it and he damn near doubled his profit. And he sold it. It was only on the market for 1 day. 1 day. He sold it for damn near double. That just go to show you, man, money is everywhere. Yeah, everything's expensive, but at the same time, people is buying that shit too because the money is available. You just gotta want it. So when you gonna stand on it? When you gonna stand on your pimping? When you gonna make your pimping expensive as fuck? When you gonna make your hoeing expensive as fuck? It start with the pimping. Cause your pimping got to be expensive, man. You know? And your pimping being expensive don't mean, you know, having no money in your pocket, but having a whole bunch of money around your neck and riding a whole bunch of money and living in a whole bunch of money, but you ain't got no money in your pocket. No, man, an expensive ass pimp, he gonna have all the above. He gonna have all the shit that he want, and he gonna have a whole bunch of money in his pocket, man. It's available to be done. And once the pimping understand that the pimping is supposed to be expensive as fuck, then these hoes gonna understand, you know, that they hoeing supposed to be expensive as fuck, because in order for them to fuck with an expensive ass pimp, they gonna have to, you know, pay their way to get in with an expensive ass pimp. It ain't gonna be no discount pimping, ain't gonna be no clearance rack pimping. No, pimping expensive as hell. So guess what, bitch? You gonna have to pay up in order to get in with this pimping. How you gonna pay up? By making yourself expensive as hell too. You know, the hoe's supposed to understand via the pimping's behavior and conduct that she's supposed to be expensive as hell too. Then it's like, again, it's gonna go on down the line. Then Tricks is gonna understand, in order for them to have a hoe's time, in order for them to have some pleasure from a hoe, they gonna have to pay up. Hoes are expensive. See, the general consensus in the game now among tricks, most tricks, when they think of hoes, they think of something inexpensive. That's not the way it's supposed to be, man. When a trick think of a hoe, even if it's a one-legged hoe with a peg leg, a glass eye with a fish in it, you know what I mean? And one of them toupees that these niggas be wearing, hey, even that hoe should be expensive. Long as she got a pussy and it's for sale, hey man, it's supposed to be expensive. This is the mindset that a trick should be put in when he sees a hoe. I'm gonna have to come out my pocket more than for a daily expense. Hey, it's crazy. Can you imagine being a hoe and knowing to yourself that your time and your pleasure ain't even worth a full tank of gas? Hey, cause I know this thing right here, man, it's somewhere between, depending on where I'm at, it's between $120 and $140 to fill the tank up right now. If you a hoe and your time and your pleasure is not worth a full tank of gas, you should feel cheated. You should feel ashamed of yourself. I should have put that on the video the other day. You know what I mean? If your hoeing ain't worth a full tank of gas, you should be ashamed of yourself. Make this game expensive. Make pimping expensive. Make hoeing expensive. Let tricks know that hoes are expensive. Seriously though. Fuck what everybody else doing, because that's another reason why a lot of y'all get tripped up too. You be worried about what all these other bitches is doing. Hey, listen, like I've said before, you could put a Bentley dealership right next door to a Honda dealership, right? Of course, the volume of Hondas getting sold is gonna be higher than the volume of Bentleys being sold. But you ain't gonna have Bentley over here like these cheap ass Hondas over here fucking up the block. They fucking up my corner, selling all them cheap ass Hondas. No. You know why? Because Bentley, they attract a totally different type of clientele because they market themselves on a completely different level in a completely different way. They're marketing quality. They're marketing luxury. So they're going to attract people that want quality and luxury. Honda, on the other hand, you know what I mean? They attracting people who want something economically feasible. You dig? Ain't nothing wrong with one or the other, but one ain't being affected by the other. Bentley ain't affecting Honda, Honda ain't affecting Bentley. Yet they can coexist next door to each other and they both can still thrive. So I say that to say, if you in an area where all of the hoes is doing $40 and $50 dates and all that other type of shit, pay that no never mind. You know what I mean? Let the scumbags cancel out the scumbags, deal with each other, and you present yourself in a totally different way. See, this is where the game come into play. This is where the game is necessary. You dig? Apply some game and understand what's going on in the world. Make yourself expensive. You dig? If not, you should be feeling cheated, man. Let that marinate on your mind one time, freezes it. Go ahead and put some of this good old love juice in your body like so. Holla.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up, run it up. And we'll be coming up, really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set,